What is transgender? Does transgender affect the counseling process in substance abuse counseling? My name is Gary Joe Yellett, and my presentation is aimed to inform you how and why this is important in the substance abuse counseling field, as well as some barriers to a successful client-counselor relationship. Transgender people consider their assigned sex at birth is different from their gender identity. Gender transitioning is when a person chooses to pursue methods to more align themselves with their desired gender. So, why would this be important to a chemical dependency counselor? Well, transgender, as well as other sexual minority groups, have been victimized by a vast array of many forms of abuse and discrimination by their own family, their friends, the workplace, the healthcare system, and even religious organizations openly show prejudices against these minorities to the extreme. This affects these minority groups mentally, emotionally, and even physically. It is reported that suicide attempts are over 40% of the transgender population. Some transgender people report that they never, in any way, form, or fashion, tried to seek out any form of health care, whether mental or physical, because of these past experiences of being plainly disrespected all the way to physical assaults. Providers, or even people in general that do not believe themselves to have any kind of transphobias or sexually oriented biases, can easily create a negative or uncomfortable atmosphere by lacking the knowledge of how to communicate without barriers with these groups, or using offensive language unknowingly. For example, using the proper pronouns or having the skills to communicate with minority groups of such diversity like transgender. As a substance abuse counselor, it is likely that you will have a transgender client on your caseload. Becoming educated, knowledgeable of the proper etiquette to use while counseling the sexual minority groups is of paramount importance to earn trust, show respect, and build rapport. Knowing your client's pronoun preferences is as simply easy as asking in a non-judgmental and polite way. As a counselor, it is never okay to ask curiosity questions like the genitalia status of your client. This is unprofessional and simply inappropriate, and also irrelevant to substance or alcohol use disorders. Remember, the primary purpose and focus should always be on giving good quality, proper care and services to your client. There are an endless amount of online lectures and seminars to become educated on how to communicate with proper etiquette with your sexually oriented client from a minority group. So I ask you again, does being transgender affect the counseling process in substance abuse counseling? Thank you.